Hey, welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show. That's all business jobs and entrepreneurship. Joining us today is the founder of North Star Marketing and the driving force behind the Bold Authors Network and the Bold Authors Book Agency. I'm joined by Wagner, who has built a diverse career spanning television production, advertising, consulting, and executive coaching. As best-selling author of both fiction and nonfiction herself, she brings real-world marketing insight and deep publishing know-how to the table. Kay specializes in partnering with executives, coaches, and thought leaders to turn their unique expertise into high-impact books, speaking opportunities, and client growth. She's here to help us decode the visibility trap and show us how to transition from an anxious creator to an in-demand authority. Welcome to the show, Kay.
Hey, Shalom. How are you?
Oh, I'm awesome and super excited for our conversation. Your career spans television, production, advertising, consulting, and now publishing. What was the most critical marketing truth you brought from the fast-paced world of TV production that completely changed how you help authors promote their books today?
So here's the truth about it all. Time passes very quickly.
Yeah.
And you have to make fast moves. You have to make moves that are intentional. I remember sitting in the TV booth and watching the countdown just like you do on radio and knowing, boom, boom, every minute has to count. And so that's true no matter where you are, what you do, who you do it with, not only in the world of work, but in our lives as well. So when I work with authors, when I work with executives, when I'm coaching on books, when I'm coaching on their business, I know that it's all about, the truth is what it is that they do with their time. Not only what they think about and what their strategies are and how they're making money, but what do they actually do with intention that makes a difference in their lives.
Kay, you talk extensively about the visibility trap and why great books fail. Why do highly intelligent executives and authors put so much energy into writing a book, yet completely fall short when it comes to building a long-term visibility engine?
It is a mystery some days, I have to tell you. What happens is authors have this mindset that they're going to write a book and the book is going to be fantastic. And that's often the case. And that the whole world is going to magically, mysteriously stumble upon their book, make it a bestseller, get them on stages, and they will be millionaires from their books. Now, it is possible to become a millionaire from your book, but probably not because of your book sales. It's probably because smart people in business, entrepreneurs, business owners, experts, subject matter experts, actually use a book to get them in front of people. And then it's what happens after the book, beyond the book, is where the millions come in.
Well, we're going to dive into that a little bit. You have a phrase that I know you have used quite a bit. Your book isn't the product, you are. For a thought leader or corporate consultant that's listening today, how can they shift their mindset, stop hiding behind their expertise, and start marketing their personal reputation?
It's critical that they do that because in many cases with subject matter experts, with entrepreneurs, people buy people. And so if you hide out, if you're not visible, if you're not in proximity to your audience, and you can create intentional proximity, which is a very interesting exercise. But if you're not visible, you're not viable, right? So it is the job of the entrepreneur, the expert, the author to be as visible as possible in as many places as possible, because it's just like anything in marketing. When the audience is ready to buy, you want to be there, which means you have to be there all the time, because at any given time, 3% of your audience is in the buying window. And so you have to be visible all the time. It's a thankless job, marketing is, but it never has an end. And that's why it's so hard. Most jobs have a beginning, middle, and end, and then you're done. The project's over. Marketing is you are never finished. There's always one more call, one more email, one more book to write, one more this, one more that, one more podcast, et cetera, et cetera. It is a job that goes on forever. That's why time is so important, because you need to maximize and leverage your time to the fullest.
And we talk a lot about values on this show. How does an executive weave their core personal values into a nonfiction book so authentically that it functions as a client attraction platform rather than just a dry corporate business card?
That's a great question. And I will say to the nonfiction writer, to the nonfiction, the entrepreneur expert who's writing about their experience and their expertise. Weave in stories that show your values. Don't just talk about them. It's easy just to talk about them, but weave them into stories. I just helped 2 writers write and publish business fables. And storytelling is the most powerful way we can be great leaders, the most powerful way we can build cultures, the most powerful way that we can inspire our people. And so you do the same in a really good book. You inspire with storytelling, not just the facts, ma'am, but actually storytelling that show your values, not just tell your values. In fiction, we use the phrase don't tell, show. And it's the same with nonfiction as well.
Indeed. And you advocate for strategies that allow indie authors to sell more books without spending a dime on paid advertising. How does an author organically mobilize early readers into a dedicated fan base that actively markets the book for them?
Tell everybody about your book. Everywhere you go, carry your book with you everywhere. Give books away. Be in front of people. Find your local places where you can speak from the stage. Be as visible as you possibly can. Do not hoard your books in the garage in boxes. Give them out to everybody. If you are on the nonfiction entrepreneurial expert side, it is the best marketing you can do is to give away as many books as possible, because that creates visibility. When I walk through airports, I have my books and I put my book on top of my luggage, and I'm a little walking billboard throughout the entire airport. I stop at Starbucks. People say, "Oh, look at that. Is that a good book?" And I say, "Yes, it really is."
I should hope so.
I'm the author. Would you like this? They're like, "Oh my God, you're the author." Sure. Thank you so much. You have to like every day, every minute is an opportunity to talk to somebody about your book.
That is so cool. I love that idea. Many brilliant business professionals are what you call hidden experts. What's the first operational barrier that they have to break down to transition from an anxious, quiet author into that bold, unapologetic promoter of that brand, as you were just describing?
They have to break down the barrier that is in their mind. They have to change their mindset that being bold, being promotional is somehow a bad thing. Somehow being pushy, somehow being something that people don't want. If you're not willing to be bold about your book and promote it to the world every day, every hour, every minute, no one else is going to do it for you. Even if you have a traditional publisher, you are responsible for the promotions and marketing of your book. And you just have to do it every day. You have to get into the mindset that this is my job. I will do it forever. And my success, it's part of my success. And then what happens is you wake up one day and you're like, oh my gosh, I get to talk to 100 people today because I'm on stage, because over the last 6 months, I've been telling everybody about my book. And now I have speaking engagements and I can talk to a whole ton of people at one time, sell books, but even better, sell my programs, sell what my business does. And I can go beyond the book. And that's where the big money is, beyond the book.
Okay, as best-selling author of both fiction and nonfiction yourself, I have to end with this because you live the strategies you teach. What's the biggest difference in how you architect a marketing campaign for a creative story versus a strategic corporate playbook?
What's the biggest difference?
Yeah.
So I think that most people think when we look at the corporate world that it's not personal, but it is. And so all of those levels are personal. They're deeply personal. We are whole people. We are holistic people. We don't just become one or the other. And I think it's really important. You talked about values a little bit ago, Shalom. I think it's really important to understand that when we walk in the door, anywhere we walk in, we carry our whole being, our whole person. And that includes our values, our beliefs, our mission. And I think it's important never to forget that.
Absolutely. Okay, I want to give the final word over to you. We've been chatting with Kay Wagner, and I've certainly learned a lot in our conversation. First of all, I've learned a lot of tactics and strategies from you, but more importantly, just really, really good advice. How can we stay in touch with you, and certainly for our listeners that want to actually start that conversation, what can they do to get in touch?
Yes, we welcome all authors to the Bold Authors Network. Go to www.boldauthorsnetwork.com, and there's a form there to sign up. You'll get notifications of Promo Hour, which we hold every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern. It's a free hour for authors who want to learn how to market their books, get them out into the world.
Fantastic. Really appreciate your expertise, Kay. We'll be right back and get down to business, so touch that dial.